Now, joining us to speak more about the celebration of the International Day of Persons with Disabilities is the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Disability Matters, Dr. Sam Ankeli. Good morning, Dr. Ankeli. Thank you for joining us at this time. We understand that there are some 25 million Nigerians living with disability. What is the federal government doing to ensure that, according to the theme, these ones have inclusiveness and equality in the society?
Good morning, viewers. The first step on the particular action of the President is the appointment of a Senior Special Assistant on Disability Matters, headed by a person with disability, to give us a voice in governance, that is inclusiveness. And that of recent, if you check, because of the profile of how we've lifted up issues of disability, virtually every activity of MDAs is inclusive of people with disabilities. In other specific sectors, like in political participation and especially in the economic and social spheres, the status of people with disabilities have increased over the few years we've been in government. The federal government is working closely in collaboration with all state governments. Sequel to the appointment of a Senior Special Assistant by the President, the state governors, in reaction to that, has also appointed appointees for people with disabilities to serve as voice so that we can be inclusive in taking our decisions. So the inclusiveness is in politics, in the social spheres of National Social Investment Program. It's a very serious program by the federal government. We have observed the gaps, and as an office, we are working closely with the management under the Vice President office to fill up this gap because of the peculiarities of the fact that people with disabilities in the rural areas, because this program is meant for those who don't have the advantages, to be able to access these funds, we are designing a new approach to get them access to this program. And so a supplementary budget is put in place, and very soon direct assistance will be given to people with disabilities to enjoy that particular scheme. In the area of sports, you have observed that we have been doing very well, and we are encouraging the Ministry of Sports to prepare better for 2020 Olympics so that we can increase our glory in that line by people with disabilities in sports. In education, UBEC, for instance, Universal Basic Education Commission, has put up a program together to test the vision and the hearing ability of children before they enter school. The pilot phase will soon take off. In the electoral process for inclusion, we have designed a framework through the INEC. We have tested in Anambra, we have tested in Edo and Ondo, and of recent in Oshu and Ekiti elections. It is now obvious that people with disabilities, whether visually impaired or limited in sight or physically handicapped, will have access to the ballot box and ballot papers, so they will have free choice to make a choice for whomever they want to vote. And over the months, we have worked very hard to increase the understanding for the need to get and possess permanent voters card. They've done that, and I want to assure you that people with disabilities will come out in 2019 to vote the person of their choice and the person that they want, independent of any influence from any external force, whether family members or the political party agents around the polling boxes.
All right, Dr.
We are making
Ankeli.
the boxes accessible to them.
All right, Dr.
Yes,
Ankeli.
I can hear you.
Okay, now many believe, both persons living with disabilities and everyone across believe that the Disability Rights Bill is a very integral part of ensuring inclusivity and equality for PLWDs. What is the fate of this document?
Yes. The document was returned to the National Assembly for amendments to be made in certain clauses, 2 principal clauses, and I guarantee and assure you and people with disabilities as it's returned, the President has promised, and that's why I'm in the office in the first place, to ensure that the promise is brought to fulfillment and reality. As the bill comes, the act will be signed into law, and the commission established for persons with disabilities to have rights and privileges. We want an enforceable law so that all violations of the rights of persons with disabilities can be justiciable. And that's the reason why we are advocating ourselves. Before I got to this office, you should remember I was on the other side, and the battle is not over until it's over. We are calling the National Assembly to expedite action on this bill and return to the executive, and the President will sign into law a commission for persons with disabilities.
All right, Dr. Ankeli, thank you very much for your time and your thought. I've been speaking with Dr. Sam Ankeli. He's Senior Special Assistant to the President on Disability Matters.